Okay, so we're back, and I didn't really show because this is kind of boring, but what I'm doing is getting all of the ancillary things out. We're just about ready to pull this thing out. I think I've got like one or two more bolts on like the backside, driver's backside of the engine here. You also notice that the SS is out. It's a beautiful day. It's Memorial Weekend, so like I said, fast, like way forward to where I'm at now, and I'm about to pull the radiator out, get that out of the way. It's been drained thoroughly, and I'm gonna bring this whole assembly out. I've got some really exciting things to show you. Let me flip the camera. So like I said before, I got it flipped around here. We're looking here. I've got some very important stuff that's happening in this general region right here. And there'll be more on that later. And the next video is going to cover what's right here. This stuff showed up in between the beginning of this video and now where I'm at here. And it's actually very late. It was the beginning of May when I first started shooting it. And this, you'll see, is a lot of UMI products here. And I've got my sway bars in here, got control arms, shocks, springs, upper and lower control arms for the front. And then if you remember correctly over here, if you remember from before, I've got my spindles, I've got my brakes. So we have got a huge amount of stuff. And I didn't really mention this before, but so you can see, the turbo setup there. I was going, that's my LS 5.3 that I'm not really going to use at this point. I'm going to walk outside and get blasted with sun here. But, at this point, I've decided, and I got to, let me put the SS in the background here. She's, I got the cinematic mode on, so you can't really see it. Let me see if I can focus. There it is. Focus on that and blur me out because I'm uglier and that car's better looking. It did it again. Oh, well. Anyhow, I'm going to be going to a car show tomorrow. I'll get that on video. But for now, I'm really kind of accelerating into what I plan to do on the GTO. So kind of a quick rundown. Full UMI suspension. I've got CPP spindles. I've got C6 brakes. I'm going to be getting a couple different parts from various folks for, a little bit better performance. But I think one of the bigger things, and we'll cover this a lot more in a later video, is I'm going to keep the Pontiac engine in the Pontiac. I've thought about this a lot. I mean, a lot. And my father always wanted the GTO engine to have the 400, keep the 400. I may change this down the road, make it a little bit bigger, maybe closer to 500 inch. Maybe it'll be an aluminum block. But for right now, what I want to do, I just want to keep it, keep it the Poncho engine, and going to add my little LS flare to it. So that's all I'm going to say for now until parts start to show up. But it's going to be backed by modern transmission. So I'm going to put the 4L80 in there, and then I'm going to be doing some interesting fuel injection related stuff to modernize this, but dip a little bit into my LS heritage. So more to come on that. We got to strip this thing out. This thing is just about ready to come out. So I got to get a few more things pulled, like the radiator, like I said, and we can bring her out, get her on the stand, start getting her cleaned up. Everything's disconnected. I think we're just about ready to pull this out. I got all the bolts out of the back done. Reality, all I got to do now is hook up the engine hoist sitting over there. I think I've got everything. I got this bolt loose on this side, and then I got the other engine mount bolt I just got to knock out now, and then we're coming out. So I'll set up the camera a little separately. We'll see we'll just see how horrible this is getting this thing out. I'll have to see, but I'm probably going to give my buddy Steve a call, see if I can borrow his lift, because this up and down, constantly having to jack the stuff up is a pain in the ass. But if I have the little lifts, I can do this a lot faster. I got to decide, I think I want to do a 4L80 trans in this. I have one sitting there. I got precision trans 5 seconds down the road. So I'm thinking that just having that rebuilt is probably going to be the right way to do it. I mean, there'll be a couple grand to do it, but I'm sure they'll do a really nice job rebuilding it. And I'll just have to figure out how to squeeze that in. I'm not really ready to do that right now, but I got a lot going on, a lot of stuff to do. So plenty of things to do while we're waiting on that. But let's let this thing drain. I got to figure out a way to plug that up, and then we'll get back to business. So funny story. my jack cylinder ruptured, and the engine is kind of laying where it's going to lay. So, yeah, that sucks. Oops. So I just ran over to Harbor Freight, picked up a new 2-ton jack. It's sitting in the Suburban. Making some cheeseburgers for lunch for the kids and Mom and everybody. Okay, folks, here we go. She's out. Sorry I didn't get video of it. I actually had to change up my engine hoist. This is from, it's a Pittsburgh 2-ton hoist from our buddies at Harbor Freight. I had to end up getting a new one. I apologize for that buzzing noise. I don't really know where that's coming from inside the garage here, but I'm going to have to figure that out at some point. So hopefully you don't pick it up too bad. But here we go. This is about as stock, appearing as they come. Some of the things I'm definitely doing on this, just so for awareness, manifolds are going to go bye-bye. I got to clean this whole thing down. I've got over here, and let me just do a quick walk over. Sorry for the dirtiness, but I've got this that I picked up, motor coater engine enamel. This is the Pontiac metallic blue paint, and I got to decide how I want to put this on. It will most likely, probably spray it on with a detail gun, but we're going to mask all this stuff off. I'm leaving the plugs in for masking purposes. I'm going to sand this down really good. We're going to clean it up real nice, spray the whole thing. I'm going to upgrade the pan and the oil pickup for what I want to do. I got to convert this over for the, so basically the timing cover setup, I got to convert over for the serpentine belt drive that I want to do. And for that in particular, requires the 69 and later setup that has the 11 bolts on it. So like the 11 bolt water pump and everything. And you can get a whole setup. I just want to clean this up really nice, go to a more modern serpentine setup. I don't know if I'm doing AC, to be honest with you. This car didn't come with AC. I don't think I really want it to have AC. Like I had mentioned, I have some interesting things coming for this up here. It's going to be a multi-point fuel injection with a Wilson manifolds. It's like 1200 CFM throttle body. So it'll still look somewhat stock, but not really. But it's going to be leveraging the LS coil system. So the distributor's going bye-bye. And this was done, that setup is done by Second Gen Engineering. And they're up in like Hackensack area, up there in New Jersey. So it's, about an hour and a half ride for me, easy by car, 1 day mailer. But we're going to still go chrome valve covers, or I might actually do like an aftermarket, like aluminum valve cover. I'm not sure yet. Something that maybe says Pontiac on it, or just a nice clean looking one on it. I might even do black. I don't know. But I'm going to clear the manifold. I'm going to leave that in the raw finish with a clear coat on it. Everything else will have the Pontiac metallic finish. I'm going to clean this up. Eventually, I'm going to go with something that has a little bit more guts to it. So I'll do aluminum heads and all that stuff. But that's what I'm going to do, like a stroker setup, either 462 or probably something bigger, closer to like a 500-inch setup on. Because I want to use the smaller mains, the 3-inch mains for the 400 block. But this has basically stock stuff in it. It's just been sitting that way for quite a while, that over 10 years since it was rebuilt. So let me just stop this right here real quick. You can see, I had cleaned this engine bay up quite a lot a while back, and it's just been sitting outside for long. It's, believe it or not, the underside looks great. And this will look great too. I'm going to power wash this. I'm going to get rid of that. It's going away. Wiper motor, I may upgrade at some point, but I'm replacing the harness that's under here for the hideaways. And you can see them a little bit better back from here. I'm going to do, this is actually a pretty fully operational vacuum canister setup. It's just been sitting for quite a while, so I don't know how good a shape the hoses actually don't feel too bad. But my dad replaced this whole setup with the vacuum actuated, replaced the vacuum canisters and everything. We got it to work pretty darn well, but now that they have the electrical setup, it's pricey, but it works really well. So anyhow, I'm going with a more of a road racing pan in this thing. I am torn right now. You can see sitting over here on the floor, pay no attention to the mess. That is a 4L80E transmission. The 400 is it's just leaking from every orifice. So and you can see kind of underneath it, it's very, very wet under there. I got to get that out today as well. We'll see. I might just get this on the stand and call it good. But yeah, I'm going to pull this off, box it up. We're not going to use this anymore. We're going to go with an electric fan setup. And there's a couple different places that I'm looking into that I'll get into more detail later. But there you have it, folks. Let's get this thing on the stand and we'll wrap things up for this video. All right, guys, so this is it. You know, it's pretty much stripped down. I got it sitting here, kind of hanging out on the stand. Still have the fan on. I didn't take it off. We got some Memorial Day celebrations to go to with family. And for now, I just got it pretty well stripped down. Let me flip it around here for you. And you can see I got, you know, the fuel pumps off, manifolds off, all the plugs wire. I still kept the distributor in for dirt purposes. Covered that up. I'm going to make a simple plate there for that because this will be electric pump. I got to switch that whole front cover over. And actually, it's good because I noticed that there is quite a bit of dirt coming out of it, like quite a bit of like oil sludge coming out of the front. So the seal's bad on the front of that. Looks like the seal on the back is still good, which is great because that was a Vitan seal that I got from BOP Engineering way back when. So that's good. I just got to swap this whole setup over. So I'm just going to do that all at one time. But we're just about there, folks. Yeah, and that just about does it for today, guys. I think we'll end it there. I got a lot of suspension stuff I definitely have to do, but we'll save that one for the next one because I've probably bored you enough. So thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, and we will definitely catch you next time. Take care.